Wow.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 62, the one where we pretty much just talk about the Switch for, I'd say, all of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I literally just sat down.
Yeah, sorry for the delay.
Let's do it
It's doing it again.
Wait, is it on screen?
Is it? It is. It is. Oh, crap.
So this is the brand new Canon
This
XA30.
No, all right, hold on. Can I? All right, I gotta.
Can you hit record on here and just record the whole show?
I might have to, yeah.
Yeah. So we experimented with a new camera.
Alright,
This is
so
the old camera.
This is the old camera we're using. If you saw my video from today, you may have noticed I got a brand new camera. It's a Canon XA30. It's a really nice camera. I haven't, fiddled around with it a whole bunch. We were trying to use it for today's show, but for some reason, make a long story short, it wouldn't work. So we switched back to the old camera. And now, for some reason, the old camera is also a Canon. For some reason, we're getting ads for other Canon products, which is very strange.
Very strange. So the new camera won't work because of HDCP, which some of you may know from the PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 4 has it too, but it's
you can
easier
turn it off.
to disable. Yeah.
I'm looking up how to. There's got to be a way to turn this off.
HDCP is some sort of codec that stops you from capturing footage.
Yeah.
So we can't capture footage from this new camera for some reason.
As of now, I will look into it. I know some people, so hopefully they can help us with that.
Also, Fred, thank you for the $5.
Yes, thank you
for the $5 super chat. I wish we could put that in the tips in the bottom.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know. There's still stream tips is being weird.
Okay,
they're like transitioning from stream tips into stream labels. So all of the alerts are all messed up.
Right,
we don't get many, so I don't care much to fix it.
All right.
So enough about us.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So again, sorry for the delay. Bobby the OG, Fred, Jason Todd, Alejandro Vega Flick, Matt Lisco, Mikachu, Adam Cullen, Atten, Real, Richard Powell, Snow Haze, Don B.
Oh wait, the super chat does work in stream tips.
DJ Will 410.
So why doesn't it come up in the bottom?
And
that's dumb.
Gustavo, thank you all for joining us and sticking with us through some of these issues. I put two things in the Google Keep regarding another news topic, but
okay,
we don't have to talk about that right away.
Well, first and foremost,
yes,
we're talking about the Nintendo Switch.
Yes, we are.
That's what some of these people came.
You spent a lot more time with it than I have because we only have one, and it's yours.
Yes, to be honest, yesterday I didn't play it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to play it right now, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys. It is amazing. I love
Okay.
it. It is great. Zelda is great.
Really?
Zelda is fantastic. I've only spent a little bit of time with it, a couple hours, but
yeah,
it is a great game. My one little bugaboo. I got one little bugaboo, of course.
Of course.
Well, so far it is an RPG because you get all these items. It's not a traditional RPG.
Right.
You get all these items and stuff that you upgrade and whatever. And it's a big open world, which isn't necessarily an RPG trope. It's a trope of RPGs, but it's not necessarily indicative of an RPG.
Right.
So far, it's been really easy to tell what to do and where to go.
Mm-hmm.
I got to this part where I have to go to a shrine that's just inside of a really cold area.
Yeah.
And if you go into a cold area without the proper equipment, it hurts.
Right.
So I went in, it hurt. I went out. I was like, okay, I can't go there. So then I went to another shrine. On my way to the other shrine, I came across a book that was conveniently placed in my path so that I would have to read it. I read it, and it said, hey, you can make this spicy food that will make it so you can last longer in the cold. I was like, awesome. So now I know when I go to that cold area, because the shrine is just inside of the cold area.
Okay.
I can just make this food and run into the shrine and then run out.
Yeah.
You go over to some of the bad guys, they hover around like a fire with like a pot over it.
Yeah.
So and I've seen the videos. That's where you cook. Awesome. You go over to the pot. The only prompt there is sit. You go over and you sit, and then it says, how long do you want to sit for? It's like, I don't want to sit. I want to cook.
Yeah.
How do you cook?
They
It
don't-
never
they don't
tells
tell
you
you
how
how
to
to
cook. I thought maybe that's a skill you need to learn later.
Yeah.
So I did some other things. Apparently, the way you cook is you just go into your inventory, select a bunch of items, and then drop them. And they will drop into the pot.
Okay.
How the fuck was I ever
Yeah.
gonna know that? I hate when games don't tell you things like
That's
that.
Zelda for you. I mean, there was always that one point. Just they don't tell you what to do. They'll hold your hand, and then halfway through, they're like, "Nope, on your own. Go to hell."
Yeah. That's part of the RPG tropes that I don't like is when they don't tell you what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
But now I know that. So now that'll be a lot easier. I'm hoping that that's all that you get.
Matt Lisco says a torch will keep you warm while walking as well.
So now I need to make a torch.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good thing to do too.
Don B wants
Jerry's got a whole lot of things to say because of course he does.
Yeah.
You need to make the food and give it to the old man in order to get a new tunic so you can stay in the cold. Or I can just make the food that keeps me warm.
Yeah.
The spicy food. I could do any of those things, it sounds like.
Well, I mean,
the shrine is only a little bit inside of
the tunic sounds like a good idea because that will probably last longer than the food.
Correct. I would love the tunic.
Don B wants.
But another thing, how the fuck was I supposed to know that? To give him to make the food to give it to how I gotta make the food first.
That's a minute after your first F word, like almost exactly.
I'm doing it so it's easier for you to edit.
Thank
do
you.
it on purpose.
Before you rant again, Don B wants you to show him the Switch.
These are buttons. It doesn't say.
For the audio podcast, he was going to show his wiener. Not like there's much to show. Oh! Somebody also in the chat asked how Bomberman is.
Bomberman is great.
Bomberman, that's the one game I actually like had substantial playtime
Here's the
with.
Switch. Here's the Pro Controller.
Gustavo asked how good Bomberman is.
Bomberman's fantastic.
Yeah, Bomberman's very good.
It's a lot harder than I was expecting.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even play that much of it.
It's just regular Bomberman.
Yeah.
$50 is way too much for this game. Should have been $20 or $30.
Yeah.
30 probably. It's great. It's fun. It's a little much if you're gonna play on just the one screen.
Yeah,
Just
especially
screen.
multiplayer.
Because if you're playing multiplayer, single player is fine.
Yeah.
Because the camera is zoomed in on you. But multiplayer, the camera zooms out so it can get everybody, and this screen is way too tiny for that.
Yeah.
You're better off playing it on the screen. And I've been playing this docked more often than I expected.
Really?
Yeah.
How's Zelda?
It's easy as hell.
How's Zelda when it's docked? Is that you run into problems?
I've only really played Bomberman docked. I haven't played Zelda much docked. Did I play? Other people only notice a difference when I tell them that it runs worse docked. Apparently, Zelda runs worse when it's in the dock,
right.
but only a little bit. It's really nothing noticeable. Now that you know, you'll probably look for that. So Bomberman's great.
Yes.
You have a set amount of lives. You have like 9 lives or something.
Yeah.
And it's split between all of the players. So if you're playing 2-player,
yeah,
it's split between
Which
you.
game should not do that?
It's to make it harder.
I know. It's just artificially to make it harder.
It is artificial because the enemies are because it's not like they're adding any enemies. They're just making it harder for you.
Right.
So you have to be playing with somebody that is going to be good. After you lose all of your lives, you can continue. But it uses some of your money. And it's unclear how you get the money. Like I guess it's points. Like for more enemies you kill, the more money you get. But the game does a poor job of because I had a lot of money in the beginning of the game.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay, I'll just keep continuing. It seems like there's no penalty for continuing. And then I got to the second world and I tried to continue and it said, you don't have any money. You can't continue. And I was like, okay, fine. I won't continue. So it brought me all the way from the boss all the way to the beginning of that world. And I was like, that sucks. So I had to beat it again. And then I died again. And I was like, all right, I'll continue. You still can't continue. So now I can't continue for the rest of the game. Like
that's strange.
I think I have to wipe my save and start over again so that I don't continue on the easy levels.
Right.
It's a little bizarre.
Yeah.
But it is Bomberman, and I love Bomberman. You're playing for the puzzles.
Yeah.
It's like an action puzzle game.
Yeah.
And that's why you play that game.
Nice.
It's also fun to play with other people, and I'm sure we haven't done any. We only did a little bit of cooperative.
Yeah.
Competitive, I'm sure
that's
is going to be fun. Yeah. Especially if you can get like 4 people with switches together. But then they would need their own individual. Well, competitive, the map's probably smaller.
Maybe.
So that'd be We did play a little bit of Snipper Clips.
We did. You got the demo of that.
Snipper Clips
that could
is-
be fun.
Snipper Clips is good, even on a small screen like this.
Yeah.
We played it on a small screen. That was good.
Yeah,
You were not good at it.
I've never played the game before. I have no idea. It's a new concept to me.
It was like a whole nother world. I think I am good at it because of the Pathfinder window in Adobe Illustrator, because it's the same thing. You overlap objects and then you cut away and stuff.
See, I try to avoid using Adobe Illustrator as much as possible. So.
Illustrator sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to get into Illustrator, maybe Snipper Clips will help you out.
Yeah. Snow Haze wants to know, why is Bob dressed like a French?
Dressed like a French. Do we have any wine here?
Yeah, not down here, but upstairs, which I'm not going to get.
I don't have a good answer for that.
All right. So overall, you would recommend the Switch?
Absolutely. Well,
Oh, here's where things get interesting.
don't buy it if you want to play it all like for the next couple months, because
Right.
there's nothing out. You're gonna play Zelda. You're gonna play Bomberman. Maybe a little bit of Snipper Clips. I don't recommend 1-2 Switch, because that's another one that's super expensive and has no like value. There's like, we're fortunate enough where we're really into games.
Yeah.
So we buy whatever we want, and we're really into it and we want to talk about it, you know,
Yeah.
so we buy it immediately. If this was like 10 years ago, we probably would have held off on buying it for a while till the holidays, till there are more games out. If you have the cash and you want to play Zelda and Bomberman and Splatoon 2, because that's soon,
Oh, is it?
April, I think.
Oh, wow. Mario is
Somebody fact check me on that.
November, right? Or like holiday?
Late. It's late, yeah. So if you want to play Splatoon 2 or even Mario Kart 8, if you don't have a Wii U and you want to play Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 and Zelda, get it. If you only care about Zelda, God bless you,
Thank you.
I'm not sure. Zelda's amazing, but you know, it's $300. You're gonna be spending $300 on a portable / home console hybrid.
Right.
So it's really up to you. I think it is a great device, and it will have amazing games going forward.
But it's not there yet.
It's not there yet.
Okay.
This thing wins on convenience alone. Like, for example, if Shovel Knight, if Shovel Knight 2 comes out, and it comes out for the PS4, the Xbox One,
Right.
the Vita, and which it won't, and the Switch,
You're gonna get it for Switch.
why the hell wouldn't I get it for the Switch?
You can play it. You can play it at your computer. You can pick it up, play it in bed.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. So you need more games like that to come out on the Switch. More multi-platforms, more dumb multi-platform stuff like that is what we need. AJ says Mario Kart is April. Testfire is later this month. What the hell is Testfire?
I have no idea.
Never heard of that. Anybody saying Splatoon? AJ also says the game doesn't explain most things. It's all about those aha moments with Zelda.
There's a difference between aha moments and then just being obtuse.
Zelda is usually a lot more hand-holdy. There's a spider here. Zelda's a little more hand-holdy. This game doesn't care about you at all. See, I know that Zelda... To me, the Zelda games that I've played, or at least the 3D ones, they don't hold your hand much.
No.
And I need to have my hand held.
Yeah.
At least a little bit. I was hoping that this one was... I don't want hand holding. I just want you to show... I just want it to be very clear what is happening.
Right.
You know? I don't want it to be linear. I just want it to be like, this is
what you have to do.
Like, I had to read that book in order to know that you have to make the spicy food.
Right.
The book was in a spot that it's like, okay, I should probably read this to see what I have to do. Stuff like that. Like, that's game design 101.
Right.
Is like, make the person want to play this game.
Right.
And show them how to do it without, you know, give them a reward for figuring out. Like, the best example is the first level of the original
Super
Mario
Brothers, yeah.
People use that a lot in like teaching game design
Yeah.
because like you walk right and then you hit the Goomba and then you're like, oh, I should jump over the Goomba.
Yeah.
And then you see these giant flashy things and you're like, let me hit them. Oh, something comes out. That's great.
Yeah.
So that it's user experience.
Yeah. Have you run into any technical issues with it so far?
No, and everybody's like freaking out. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
they're all, oh, it's crazy because somebody made a YouTube video yesterday. This guy, I forgot his name. Cat. Hold on, I'll find his name right now.
This is the guy who fixed the.
He didn't fix anything.
Okay.
This guy just every once in a while he makes a video about like technical glitches
Right.
for like certain games that come out
Mm-hmm.
or hold on, it was MDB who was telling me about it. Crowbat. Crobcat? CROWBA. Wow. CROWBCAT. Crowbat. Crowbat? Anyway.
Jason Todd says it's Crowbat, but
Oh, so maybe there's no cat.
maybe.
Is that channel that did the montage videos of systems busted? Oh, yeah, he did a video of a bunch. There was like a 12-minute long video of people who had issues with the Switch, all of them busting and like the screens being broken or something like that. He did glitches in Watch Dogs. He did a montage of Sean Murray lying about stuff. So I just think that he saw potential to put everything into a collage, and then a lot of people are going to watch it because of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's asking me if I have problems, if I'm getting scratches on the dock, because that's a thing.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, apparently, because the dock is just plastic,
Right?
And you're putting this like glass screen, which isn't glass. This has to be plastic.
Yeah, it's got to be
least really
something
thick.
stronger than that. Yeah.
Well, so you put it in the dock,
Mm-hmm.
and it's up against plastic.
Yeah.
So in some cases, people are saying that it's totally scratching their screens.
Oh.
What I do is I just don't put it in like an asshole. I tilt it back a little bit, put it in, and when I take it out, I tilt it back a little bit.
Okay.
Some people are putting microfiber cloths on the inside.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but like just don't be an idiot. Or like look in there now and make sure it's good. Put your hand in there, make sure it's not gonna scratch it.
But like your controllers are working fine.
I haven't been using the Joy-Cons much outside of the system. I mean, I had them in the grip for a while. I played Bomberman in the grip for a few hours. Everything was fine.
Okay.
Except the only problem I had when I first turned this on, it still had juice in it, but the left Joy-Con didn't have any juice
That's
for
weird.
some reason. But it charged it. Everything's fine now.
Okay.
Not a single problem. Goes in the dock fine. Goes on the TV fine. The Pro Controller works fine. Everything's fine. These things come off. The frickin' Joy-Con grips.
Yeah.
Those are like
Those
impossible
are a pain in the
to get
ass.
off.
Yeah.
Even when you put them on right.
Yeah.
They're like impossible.
Yeah.
to
No,
get
I
off.
remember we put them on. We put them on correctly, but we were still couldn't get it off.
Yeah. Matt Lisco says, Bob, I'm having the left Joy-Con issue, and my screen has slight scratches already. Damn. I mean, this thing gets dusty like nobody's business. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't have any scratches. I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, I made a video about tips for the Nintendo Switch, and Game Ranks made a video and put it up the same day, and it's almost the same friggin' video.
Damn.
They suggest getting a screen protector. I think screen protectors are stupid.
Well, I mean, if you're really concerned about the screen, it's not that bad of an idea.
Also, like, this is a portable console. It's going to get beat up.
Right.
You're going to beat it up. My concern is that your saves can't transfer as of right now.
That's
a big problem.
Like, you can't even take the memory card out and put it in another system. It won't work.
Yeah, like, Nintendo needs to make it so that my saves are on this memory card, because I'm not afraid of losing this, because I don't think I'm going to lose it, but if this thing breaks or just shuts down, I'm going to lose my saves. That's a big
messed
problem.
Up. Yeah.
And also, I'm buying everything digitally.
Yeah.
I made that choice, and that would make it bad if I break this and I have to put my SD card into another system and I can't re-download my games.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a major problem.
Because I don't even think the game purchases are tied. The game purchases are tied to your account, but they're still also tied to the system itself.
Right.
So if you log into another Switch, you can't download.
I would have to call them, and it would be a big
Yeah.
to do.
which is a problem.
That's a big problem.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm holding off on getting the Switch, because not every feature is implemented yet. Like there's still no virtual console.
That's a big deal for you. The virtual console.
The online account, like the paid account, isn't set up yet. So it's like little things like that. So I'm hoping, as the year goes on, they start rolling out the new features, and part of it are changes to these, frankly archaic, design choices. Because this is 2017. No electronics company, be it video game, smartphone, tablet, PC, whatever, nobody ties, your data to the system.
Right.
You can store it somewhere else. You can store it on the cloud or on an external hard drive or something like that.
They've made a lot of steps forward because it's Nintendo.
Right.
They were awful.
Yeah.
They're not there yet.
No.
With their online stuff.
It still just feels like 2 steps forward and 1 step back, though.
Yes. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's, as much as I like the NES Classic, there's still a lot of, the fact that the cord is only this big.
That's
the fact that there's no button prompt to reset the console unless you have a Wii Classic controller and hit the home button. The fact that you can't, download games to it, which isn't so much of a problem for me, but I know a lot of other people would want that.
It's just maybe when they set up that paid account system, they will have a way to move your purchases or your SD card or something, because locking it there's no reason to lock it like that.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no reason to lock it like that. Freaking Microsoft and Sony don't do that.
Yeah.
They have this weird thing where if you I remember on Xbox, if I bought a game and I downloaded it, you would also be able to play it
right
on the system.
Yes.
But then I could download it on another system.
Yeah.
But then nobody else on that system could play it.
Well, because this system here was the home system.
Right.
So if it's on the home system, it's no big deal.
That is a good system.
Yes.
That is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that Nintendo should
That's
do
a
that.
very good way to do it.
They just need to implement a system like that.
Yeah.
Jason Todd here says, Bob, does this mean the death of you using your Vita? My Vita has gotten zero use for a long time. I've been playing, the last trip I went on, I played Peace Walker on it. Still haven't beat it. I got to the same spot I got on the Xbox 360. Yeah. Still haven't beaten it. But yeah, I haven't been using my Vita much. And yes, this is definitely the death of the Vita. This is the death of my 3DS. Never going to use those again.
Yeah. Can I have your 3DS?
No.
Damn.
I mean, you could use it.
Because that has a decent virtual console.
You can't do multiple accounts, right? No.
No.
I mean, I have a lot of good virtual console games on there.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Do you have any of the Metroids?
I have Fusion, I think.
That's a good one.
Because
Ambassador account.
It's literally right there.
Yeah.
Because of the Ambassador program.
Yeah. Because I know I want to play.
Explain to them what the Ambassador program.
The Ambassador program was if you bought Nintendo 3DS around launch when it was like $250, Nintendo eventually lowered the price, and to make up for it, for you guys missing out on the price cut, they gave you 20 free games from GBA and NES.
And more, I think.
There's 10 from GBA, 10 from NES.
He knows more.
And you get a little badge that says you're an ambassador. It means nothing. But yeah, because I want to play Zero Mission, and I want to actually play Super Metroid, not just like fiddle around in it.
Fusion.
Yeah, which I've almost beaten.
I'm just gonna go through all of them. Wario Land 4. Yoshi's Island, which is Super Mario Advance 3.
Right.
WarioWare Inc., Metroid Fusion, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Mario vs. Donkey Kong,
which I was playing for a long time.
Zelda the Minish Cap, Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones, Excite Bike, Zelda the Four Swords, Donkey Kong Jr., NES Open Tournament, some golf thing, Balloon Fight, Ice Climber, Yoshi released in 1991. Oh, the puzzle game
Oh,
for the
yeah.
NES. Zelda 2,
Mm-hmm.
F-Zero Maximum Velocity, the original Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart Super Circuit, and the original Metroid, and the original Zelda, and Wrecking Crew.
Nice.
Seems like a
Wrecking Crew.
lot more. Oh, I have a little gift to unwrap. Demo available for Disney Art Academy. I don't want it. I also bought Mega Man X. I have the demo for Gunvolt, which is an amazing game.
Yeah.
Gunvolt is like the spiritual successor, the actual spiritual successor of Mega Man.
Oh, wow.
And the Mighty Gunvolt is like the NES version. And do you remember Dark Void Zero?
Yeah, that game's really good.
The NES
Yeah, Dark
Look
Void
at-
Zero.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dark Void, regular was just some, crappy Xbox 360 game. Dark Void Zero is actually pretty good.
Dark Void Zero is great. It
Yeah.
feels exactly like an old school NES game.
Yeah.
I don't know why we went into
Yeah, I don't know either.
my 3DS library.
Yeah. But we did.
Anybody else got more questions about the Switch?
Uh,
Jason Todd, Bob, don't buy digitally. Unlike current consoles, buying physical saves memory. What?
That's actually good because you know how on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, when you put it in a disc, it installs the game.
Right.
It doesn't do that on the Switch.
Oh,
You
I don't
you
care.
put it in.
I bought the memory card.
That's like the one good thing about the Switch. It doesn't take up memory. Because I hate the fact that modern. It's good and it's bad. The fact that modern games have to install.
So the same thing with the 3DS, except for Pokemon. For some reason, Pokemon needs to install stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pokemon X did that, and I'm pretty sure Pokemon Sun and Moon did that.
Wow.
That was bizarre, and it had to update because if it didn't update, and if you saved in like the main town, it'll corrupt
Yeah.
your save file. What was it? Smash Bros. Also had some updates, but I don't know how much saved on the console.
Yeah.
Fred wants to know if you could have my 3DS, and the answer is no. Nobody's having my 3DS. It's my goddamn 3DS. It's the Monster Hunter edition. Dom says, does the stand feel cheap? Does this stand?
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
Feels incredibly cheap.
there, it's off now. You said it feels cheap. You put it down, and you did like the freaking CNET guy. You had like
I didn't.
and
All right.
you pushed
No,
it.
okay, because the CNET guy was like one of those guys in the infomercials who doesn't know how to use the thing.
Yeah.
No, I pushed it down, but I didn't put it down properly. I just haphazardly put it down and it fell over.
You did this, and then you poked the corner that's like the weakest, and I was like, yeah, what do you think's gonna happen?
You know
It's
what
gonna
would have
fall.
solved that problem though?
Putting it in the middle,
2 kickstands.
right?
They could have easily put a second kickstand there.
Or just don't touch it. Just put it up. See, here's the thing. Like, this thing is flimsy as hell, but the Microsoft Surface has a very rigid kickstand because it's
Right.
metal. It's hard metal.
Yeah.
Still sucks. You're not gonna win with a good kickstand. Yeah, having 2 kickstands would be better. But,
Yeah.
I mean, just don't touch it.
Sozin wants to know if we're planning on buying ARMS or Splatoon 2.
ARMS, no. I played it and it was not good.
I'm gonna get ARMS just to spite you.
You might like it. AJ liked it.
I might.
I don't think it was good. Splatoon 2, probably. Yeah, now
I wanted to play the original and never got a chance to.
Yeah. I mean, I played a little bit of Splatoon 2, and I didn't learn the controls right. I feel like, but I didn't play the first one, so I feel like I gotta get into the second.
Right.
Just reading the chat here.
Yeah.
Dr. Phobos says, "Will broke the Switch? Yeah, it's broken. It's
Yep.
dead forever.
Never use it again.
Never use it again. In fact, I'm taking it away from this table here.
Because he doesn't trust me.
Wait, can I put the table on screen?
I mean, I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, you can see the Switch though. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, so the kickstand is up. Now I'm gonna very I'm gonna poke the side with the kickstand. It kind of. I mean,
It wobbles.
It wobbles. I'm gonna poke the side without the kickstand. Very, very,
Gingerly.
very gingerly. Oh wow! I was expecting it to. There you go.
There you go.
Maybe I could do it with my pinky. Will that be a better representation of how little I'm touching it? That's sliding. See, it's better than I was expecting.
I still think they should have put 2.
There you go. 2 would have been good, yeah. But still, these things are stupid.
AJ says, I think Bob is a big dum-dum head, and me and Will are going to be brothers in arms.
I get it. I get the joke. You two can mindlessly punch at each other.
Hell yeah. Don Freiberg says they have the test run of Splatoon 2 on the 24th of this month. I guess they're going to have like a beta or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for that.
It's free then.
Yeah.
Good. Good, because people are going to need more things to do after Zelda.
Yeah. Micah Chu, what games do you want on Switch Virtual Console, and thoughts on Wii games on Switch re-released with controller support? I want Galaxy 1 and 2 and not use the Wii remote. They would probably port it, and you'd have to use the Joy-Cons because the Joy-Cons have accelerometers in them and gyros, but that would be nice.
What did you say? What game?
Galaxy 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to play those.
Yeah.
I've only played a little bit of the second one.
Yeah. But I would like to see them just say, screw it, and put every single first-party Nintendo game from NES to N64, to GameCube on there, including portables. You know, just fill it up. There's no reason why you can't load these games on here, on there.
We want all of the Rogue Squadron games, or any of them. Give me one of them. I want Bomberman 64.
Yeah.
Or Bomberman 64 Second Attack. 64 just came out on the Wii U Virtual Console.
A lot of good that does, yeah.
I know. But I think, here's the thing. There was Bomberman 64, which only came out in Japan. And then there was Bomberman 64 Second Attack, which was the first one that came out in America.
There's 2 Bomberman 64s.
There's Bomberman 64 that only came out in Japan, and Bomberman 64 The Second Attack, which is the only one that came out in North America, which is supposed to be the first one.
No, because I think in North America we got 3 Bombermans.
For 64?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm looking it up.
I just looked at this list.
I know you did. Okay, so Bomberman 64, known in Japan as Baku Bomberman, is a video game made by Hudson Soft. Came out in 1997.
R.I.P. Hudson Soft.
Yeah. Came out in 1997.
Oh.
Then there's
Mega Man Legends. Put that on the Switch.
Yeah. Then there's Bomberman 64 is a Japanese exclusive, which came out in 2001. So the one that came out in 1997 was released in all regions, and there's a second Japanese exclusive Bomberman 64.
Wait, so there's two games called Bomberman 64.
There's 2 Bomberman 64s.
So the Japanese Bomberman 64 that also came out in North America is called Bomberman 64?
Yes.
Well, and then there's another Bomberman 64 that only came out in Japan.
Right. So Bomberman 64 1997 is Baku Bomberman, which translates roughly to Explosive Bomberman. And then Bomberman 64 2001 is 64 Bomberman Roku Jon. Yeah.
And this came out for
N64, only in Japan.
Okay.
And then I
failed everybody.
And then there was Bomberman Heroes.
Right.
Which was like the weird platformer type thing.
Okay. So Bomberman 64, The Second Attack, was actually The Second Attack.
Yes.
Okay, I lied to everybody. I'm so sorry for all my misinformation. I'm so glad I have my brother Willie here to fact check me on everything that I say wrong.
So there was a T-shirt that said actually ... and I should have bought it.
That is a very pretentious shirt.
Yeah.
Live to Rock. Bob, you think there will be a Pokemon game for Switch? If so, would you buy it? I would 100% buy it, even though I never beat any of the Pokemons anymore. There will absolutely 100% be a Pokemon game for the Switch. I think that they will make Pokemon Stars or something. I think they'll throw a curveball in and call it like Galaxy or something stupid. But yeah, I think there'll be an amalgamation of Sun and Moon put on the Switch. eventually, maybe later this year. But for sure, 100% in the next year or two, there will be a Pokemon game on Switch, and that'll fulfill everybody's fantasy of having a home console
Yes.
Pokemon game. But it's not going to be. I never thought, like, everybody's like, oh, we need a home console Pokemon game. Like, why?
It defeats the purpose.
It does.
Of Pokemon.
It, like, you're not going to. What do you want? Unreal graphics?
It
like,
sounds cool. Yeah, everyone wants, like the realistic Zelda look. Everybody wants that.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
You think you want it, but then you get it, and it's
like,
not good.
you want maybe something like what Zelda looks like now.
Yeah.
Which people are crapping all over, by the way.
Really?
On Twitch, people are destroying Zelda because it looks like a kid's game. It's, like, insane that people still do that.
You think
It
you'd
is
be
a
over this by
gorgeous
now?
game.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
it is beautiful.
Not everything can look like Twilight Princess.
So one time I was working at GameStop, and
Right.
there was a kid in there who he was like maybe like 7 or 8,
Mm-hmm.
and his mom was trying to buy him a game, and he didn't want anything because they were all the ones he wanted were rated M. She's like,
Right.
no, you can't get a rated M. And this kid was cursing at his mom. Like, you're such a bitch. I just want to get Call of Duty ball. And she's like, no, you gotta listen to the man. The man will show you a rated T game or something. And I was like, what about Batman? Batman's good. And he goes, Batman's gay.
Wow.
I was like, Batman, rip your stupid fucking arms off, you little bitch.
I mean, he wouldn't, but he'd give you a really stern talking to.
No, he would.
And then he'd probably like.
Batman will bone you in the butt, little kid.
No, he won't. What he'll do is he'll make you be in his war on crime, and then you'll get killed by the Joker. That's what'll happen, right, Jason Todd?
Gilbert says Pokemon Spring Equinox. There you go. Jason Todd says Pokemon Solar Eclipse or Pokemon Lunar Eclipse.
That would be interesting. Because the rumor was that it would be called Pokemon Eclipse. Because with the two types of eclipses, the solar and lunar.
Here's what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
In about 6 years, they'll release a remake called Pokemon Lunar Eclipse and Pokemon Solar Eclipse.
Yeah. They're Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yes. Don B, how do you guys feel about the frame rate of Zelda?
We talked about that a little bit.
We talked about how it's different.
Yeah.
We didn't specifically say that it's the frame rate that's different. We just said it runs better.
Mm-hmm.
The frame rate drops a little bit when it's docked for some reason. If you're talking about how the frame rate is 30 frames per second, I could not care less if a game is 30 frames per second. I know a lot of people are really about having 60 frames. I could not care less if a game is 30 frames per second, as long as it's a consistent 30 frames.
Yeah.
Docked Zelda Breath of the Wild has some frame drops, but I haven't experienced that yet.
Right.
So I haven't played much docked, so I have to get back to you on that. I think we answered a whole lot of Switch questions.
We did.
And that's great because you know what? I didn't look up any news to talk about today
I
was a little busy.
I got two things.
Yes.
I found out real quick. So I put one of them in the Google Keep, so you can pull that up.
Right.
So I guess when you're ready,
I'm ready. Let's just talk about it.
So we're finally seeing images and stuff for Thor Ragnarok,
I saw those today.
the third Thor movie, and it's radically different from all the other Thor stuff that we've seen. You got the first image up on screen?
I'm scrolling to it.
Yeah,
It's loading.
It'll load.
It sure is loading.
So this is the cover of Entertainment Weekly that'll be coming out soon. It gives us our first look at Thor, Chris Hemsworth, obviously. Tessa Thompson is Valkyrie. That's her on Thor's on screen right. And then
You're right.
Yeah, you're right, screen right. And then on the other side, that's Kate Blanchett as the villain Hela. That looks nothing like Kate Blanchett.
It does not.
At all. And as you can see, Thor, his hair is short. He doesn't have his hammer. He has swords. Very much has a big pastel colored look to it. It's got a new director whose name I can never remember. He did What We Do in the Shadows. Oh, let me just pull up his name.
I'm getting a little scared
Oh, yeah?
of the Suicide Squad vibes I'm getting from this because of the colors.
I think it's just the colors.
It is. It is.
I mean, because
And what is this font? What is that? What is that?
well, that's just Entertainment Weekly.
I know, but why? What is wrong with you?
I guess they thought.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Go to
This isn't like a friggin' teen movie.
go to the other link. You'll see more pictures. Because we get a better look of Thor's new costume.
I mean, I'm loving Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Jeff
right now.
Goldblum. You see the full size image. He looks fantastic.
He's a villain, right?
Yeah. So there's Chris Hemsworth as Thor with his brand new look, short hair, red war paint.
So, I mean, the question on everybody's mind is why the short hair?
I think it's because half of this movie is Planet Hulk, and he's on the war planet that the Hulk is on. There we see Loki, looking like Loki, of course. There's Kate Blanchett again as Hela. Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master.
Which is the perfect role for him.
The most Jeff Goldblum role. I mean, he looks great. I think he looks good with all the colors. This is definitely going out of its way to be very different from the other Thor movies. I'm going to butcher his name. I'm so sorry. Taika Waititi. I know it.
So what has he done before?
He's done this movie called What We Do in Shadows. It's like this fake documentary about vampires. Starring the Flight of the Conchords. And apparently it's hysterical. I have never seen it, but I want to. It's going for kind of like 80s sci-fi fantasy movies like Flash Gordon, where like it's got, big colors, weird outfits, all that sort of thing.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, it's definitely going in a very different direction from the Kenneth Branagh and the Alan Taylor Thor movies that we've seen before. I don't know how this will play out because I really liked the first Thor movie. I thought that was the perfect aesthetic for Thor. The Dark Worlds could have done a lot more, I feel, but like it still, fit the same mold. But this is going in a completely other direction. This is going completely left field.
I enjoyed myself with the Thor movies, but they're the least memorable of all the movies.
I feel like that's been the problem, and I think that's why they went with this new director to like try to explode everything and make everything bigger and more unique.
So were those two movies the same director?
The first two?
Yeah.
No, the first one was Kenneth Branagh. The second one was Alan Taylor.
Okay.
Kenneth Branagh is known for like doing Shakespeare movies, and they're all script accurate, meaning they're 5 hours long and they're really big and lavish and whatnot. So he's the perfect director for Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Taylor had done Game of Thrones episodes and Terminator Genesis. Let me tell you about Terminator Genesis. Movie's not good. So, yeah, it's very interesting. Hopefully this will be the one that'll, take Thor to the next level and give him like the movie he honestly deserves. More people should be excited for Thor movies rather than just being, hey, those are movies.
Jackie also thinks the cover of that magazine looked too colorful.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a very colorful movie. I will give them that.
Yeah.
That typeface choice for the Thor logo. What are you thinking?
Well, that's just Entertainment Weekly.
I know,
they have
but
released.
Come on,
Marvel.
This is the first we're seeing of this. Marvel had to have approved of that.
Marvel did release a logo for Thor Ragnarok, and it's actually closer to what the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 logo looks like, in terms of like the color and the aesthetic. It's like very 80s-ish. Alejandro Vega Flick wants to know, is Kate Blanchett good or is she just really tall?
Is she? She's 5'9".
She is a treasure.
Thor Ragnarok logo. Oh, is that it?
Yes.
That looks nice.
Yes, that's it.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is super 80s.
I feel like that's definitely a logo that would, be good on like a VHS CRT filter with like synth sound.
That's
like the Stranger Things soundtrack.
That looks dope.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't.
No. That was just Entertainment Weekly's graphic design intern is like, there, that'll work. Thor's the God of Thunder, right? Put a lightning bolt in the O.
Like that, man, that looks so good.
Yeah.
That would look great on the cover.
You know what? They probably couldn't put that on the cover.
Why, like
Legal reasons.
legal reasons?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but like, come close to it. Like, I would kill if someone was like, "Here, you need to like mimic an '80s sci-fi."
Yeah,
I'd be like, "Hell yeah!" Instead, they're like, "No, let's go for the teeny bopper look."
yeah.
That's not cool. That's the type of riveting commentary you get from us.
Yeah.
Friggin' typeface choices.
Speaking of typeface, real quick, I'm at work and I needed to download like a font for my computer.
Oh, good luck.
There's a special place in hell for people who charge for fonts. I'm sorry.
Welcome to hell, Will.
I'm sorry. But what kind of evil is it that infests a person and makes them charge $35 so you can write in Helvetica Light?
Only $35?
Yeah.
You want the whole typeface? Well, it's gonna be like $500.
That's even worse.
Especially for Helvetica. Listen. So here's the thing. Here's what I learned. Fonts aren't copyrighted.
Right.
They're counted as software.
Okay.
So if you use a font in a poster or something,
Yeah.
you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want.
Right.
But if you have the software on your computer and you didn't pay for it, that's illegal. That's how they do fonts. So when you're paying for the font, you're not paying for the license to put it on posters and stuff. You're paying to just have that software on your computer.
Okay.
Similar to how you Photoshop. If you pirate Photoshop, you can still use Photoshop to make stuff. You just can't. You're just not supposed to have it on your computer. Anyway, what people do, like if you want Helvetica Light, let's say you need Helvetica Light for a project, you Google Helvetica Light download, and then 9 times out of 10 you'll find somebody who just has it up and you download it.
That's what I do.
It's like some shady website.
Yeah.
You just do the little CAPTCHA, and then you download a garbage exe file, and then you download the font. But yeah, I had to do that the other day. I had to download a font that I won't say what it is because then you'll know that I stole it. But you would anyway. Yeah, I just had to illegally. I saw that it was $30. I was like, screw that, and I just downloaded the friggin' free version because who the hell cares? I'm only human.
Mm-hmm.
Snow hazes, Pokemon Supernova.
That'd be cool.
Whoa. Media Slave. Zelda looks like muddy garbage. That's the problem you get when you have to choose between realistic landscapes and landscapes players can actually climb.
What?
No, you are wrong. What looks like muddy garbage is Skyrim. And you can find out why if you watch my video over on the ShoddyCast YouTube channel.
Yeah.
The Colors of Skyrim.
Yep.
And that game actually looks like muddy garbage. But no, Zelda is very colorful and pretty. Some of it is a little unsaturated, but that's because you're looking off in the distance a lot. And in real life, when you look off at the distance, colors get saturated. So colors get unsaturated. Anybody care about Thor? Jason Todd said, going to jail over fonts? Yes, that is us. I will say, I have a legit copy of Creative Cloud finally, and that comes with a lot of TypeKit fonts that I haven't set up yet. So you can probably do that.
Live to Rock about Thor. Anybody else think Goldblum looks like the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy? A little bit. It's the weird goatee he has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And Jason Todd. So we're going to talk about Ron Weasley sharing the cover with Thor. If you look in the upper corner, Rupert Grint, who played Ron Weasley. It's good that he's alive. I was worried. No, I was worried about him.
Why?
Daniel Radcliffe was off doing weird indie movies. Emma Watson is off showing her under boob on magazines and being declared not a feminist because of it. They have careers. Rupert Grint went dark. I was really concerned that the third male lead of Harry Potter was just gone, but it's okay. He's coming back, so good on you, Rupert Grint. Don't ever play James Bond.
I have to say, I don't know what we did, but this stream looks a lot smoother than it normally does.
I don't know.
We must have did something to the frame rate.
Must be all the ads we were getting in the beginning.
Live to Rock. To be fair, Thor does have short hair now in Unworthy
Yes, he's
Thor.
unworthy. I think they're.
I think they did that on purpose for the movie.
I think they're throwing in elements of, well, he's been unworthy for like past couple of years now, so I think they're throwing in elements of that.
How long has he had short hair?
Since he's been unworthy.
How long?
So like 2-3 years, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long do you think they had that idea for the movie though?
I mean, probably around the
because they've been doing things in the comics to mold themselves to the movies.
Right. But at the same time, because Jane Foster's been Thor for the same amount of time that Thor's been unworthy. And Jane Foster is nowhere to be seen in this movie.
That's true.
So.
He also said, Thor looks like Kratos. He even has the 2 swords.
Yeah.
In the unworthy Thor, he has an axe.
Yes.
Jolnir?
Yeah, some weird Norse name. Yeah. I had another story, but it's just real quick because they showed gameplay trailer for Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
It's a little different. It's still in the same mold, but instead of you running in and defeating a camp by yourself, you now have an army, because part of the Nemesis system is not only making enemies but making allies.
Oh.
So people you meet along the way, they'll join your team depending on how you interact with them, and they'll help you attack enemy strongholds and follow you. You can ride dragons now.
Oh.
You can promote your allies up the ranks, so they'll always be with you. What else was there that was new and cool? You get new stealth moves, so you'll sneak up behind a guy and you can send your ghost elf partner out to take out 2 other guys. The combat looks like an evolved version of the Arkham style combat. It's still that style, but it's got more of its own spins on it now.
Sounds like an awesome game.
Yeah, you'll never play.
I hope it comes out on the Switch.
Probably not. This game looks awesome.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the first one. Just the is there anything to spice up the combat?
Yeah. It's definitely, I mean, from what I saw it's all alpha footage. So everything's subject to change. But from what I saw, it doesn't, it still looks like, you're still hitting the same buttons, but it doesn't look like it's still as rigidly close to the Arkham structure as it was. For one thing, I didn't see counter buttons show up over people's heads.
That's
again, alpha footage. So
they took that out.
They might add that
took
in
out
later.
the HUDs probably.
No, there's still a HUD.
There's a HUD.
There's still a HUD. Like you see the map and the lives and like things popping up.
Because you don't need that stuff over the head.
You say that, but try playing Arkham without it.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, okay, I don't mean you don't need it while you're playing it. I mean there are other ways to do things like that.
Right.
Like tells in the game.
Yeah.
Like when a character lunges at you, you know to block it.
Right.
Something like that. Guys, leave us your questions or comments in the chat. You could do it right here if you were live with us. You can do it in the chat. You can use super chat if you really have a burning question.
It's a really important question you
Really
need to ask us
important.
about.
Or you just want to give us money because you know what? I'll take whatever. Use the hashtag WolfDenLive, which is a much freer way to do it. Or if you're not here, go to this episode of Wolf Den Live on our YouTube and leave a comment there. Jason Todd says Logan is a B+ movie. I agree. Will doesn't.
I think it's an A movie.
I'd also like to give a special thanks to Fred for donating $5 in Super Chat.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
And for Ben Morgan, who just subscribed.
Welcome, Ben.
I forgot that that's a thing that I could see who's subscribing while we do this. So I got the hashtag here.
Okay, I got last week's up.
Ooh, somebody new finally used the hashtag. Any comment on Iron Fist being reported as boring by multiple outlets like IGN?
Yeah, it's not just IGN. I've read a bunch of the first 6 episodes of Iron Fist, Marvel's Iron Fist, was released to the press for advanced screening and reviews, and multiple websites that I've read, IGN, Polygon, IO9, a couple of others are reporting that it's not good. It's very boring. It's very corporate soap opera. Like a lot of it is about Danny Rand getting back his parents' company.
Yeah, that is the last thing any of us want to see.
Apparently, what's even worse is apparently the fight scenes are dull as hell. For a character called Iron Fist, the living weapon.
That sucks.
That's really
That's the important part.
Yeah, like I don't know what they were thinking. Apparently, he doesn't even get his costume in season 1.
The whole season.
The whole season. Daredevil at least had something.
Well, I mean, Daredevil got his like actual costume.
His actual costume at the very end, but yeah, at least he was still wearing a recognizable outfit throughout most of the season. So, that really sucks. I was looking forward to Iron Fist. I'm still probably gonna watch it, but that's not. They're saying that not only is this Marvel's first real failure, but this is Netflix's first real failure.
Ooh, that sucks. Because Netflix has been on a roll.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Netflix has put out.
Well, all right. Well, you had the Adam Sandler movies.
All right.
Fred, would you guys go to a con if invited? Yes.
Yes.
100%. Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cullen. Bob, I know you used to play a fair bit of Destiny. Will you be coming back for the Age of Triumph update? When is... Oh, yeah, they had a thing today. They had an announcement today about all their new stuff. I don't know what that is. I didn't look into it. So probably not. I'll come back when Destiny 2 comes out, which we all think is going to happen later this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to do this Age of Triumph, because this is what they do. Before they have a new major update, or in this case, a new game, they make you go through all these hoops so that you can get like a cool emblem so everybody knows like you were there before the new update happened. And I just don't care. Because I have the best emblem in the planet, which is this emblem that they gave us at, I forgot what it's called, but they gave it to us at E3 for just demoing the game before it came out. And nobody has that emblem. I think the last convention they were giving it out willy-nilly, but very few people have that emblem. And that's the one that I want forever.
Okay.
Also, Devil Leg says, did they ever say what Nick Fury said to Thor?
No.
I forgot that even happened.
That's what made him unworthy. From last week's video, Liam McKim, the only reason I subscribe to this channel is because the design is so nice in the videos and stuff.
Who said that?
Liam McKim.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Also from last week, Muhammad Hader. Will, have you read the Flintstones comic? I keep reading good things about it on Reddit. I have. I've read a couple of issues. It's weird. It's nothing I was expecting from a modern day Flintstones comic. Like, they take it.
Oh, it's bizarre. I've only read a few things from like Reddit.
Yeah, it's like
it's bizarre.
It's very like serious. Not like, dark and drama, but like, everything's played straight.
It's dry.
It's very dry. It's political satire almost.
It's dry and like the stuff that they tackle is heavy.
Yeah.
Like really heavy.
Yeah, and like you're not expecting this from like the Flintstones. Yeah. So
but it's funny. Like it's like a dry,
it's very dry,
dark,
and
funny.
It's like very like everything nothing's played for laughs really. Like, in the cartoon, they would open up the TV and this is actually a pterodactyl, acting out everything. Like here, that's not played for a joke. It's just that's what it is. It's just a matter of fact. This is our life. Deal with it.
Fred donated $2 via Super Chat and said, "So Will, One Piece, how is it?" No comment.
I'll let you know.
You don't have to answer him just because you paid. Well, Waternut has subscribed. Thank you. Sheldon has also subscribed. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody,
for subscribing. Is that it for last week?
A couple more. Live to Rock. I would love to see a movie of The Wake by Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy. Like, make it two movie series, and I'm in. That would be good. Maybe an HBO miniseries. Bilbo's nuts. The first few minutes of this vid was epic. Good job. I don't even remember.
Oh, it was me trying to tell you to continue the show.
Oh.
Because you were waiting for my voice to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Like what quality entertainment you were providing.
I think I did a pretty good job. Apparently it was epic. And J Ribs can't wait for Shadow of War. So really it's just you.
Paneet says, so historic South Park.
No, because South Park is very over the top with their humor. Like, this is not. It's very hard to describe this current Flintstone series unless you actually read it.
Yes. Yeah, South Park is it's very different.
Yeah.
South Park has like jokes like left and right.
Yeah.
Like this is
And like very obvious jokes.
yeah, this is
One of the recent
way
episodes
more dry.
had a song about waiters putting boogers and cum in people's food.
Nice.
So
That was a while ago, wasn't it?
I think it was like a season or two ago.
Tevia, Wolf Den, any opinion on Marvel even fatigue as a whole? Opinion on Marvel event fatigue as a whole. And do you think Marvel needs to stop doing pointless events? I think they
Every company needs to stop doing pointless events. Marvel seems to like
all two of them.
yeah.
Jason Ty says favorite part of Logan. Mine was when they reveal X-23's powers. Oh, that was like right at the beginning.
That was cool.
Favorite part?
That's a good question.
Oh, I liked on the farm when Logan came back to the farm.
Oh yeah,
That was good.
that was good.
I don't want to give too many spoilers away. It's been out for a while though. Well, a week. It's only been out for a week, really.
Yeah. Lift to Rock. Will, did you caught up on Charles Soule's Daredevil? If not, please do. I have not. I'm behind on everything, so I apologize for that. I want to catch up on Superman real quick though, because apparently they reveal who the second Clark Kent is, and I need to know.
LNG, Assassin Late Night Gaming, says, hey, I have some old Marvel Western comics. How much do you think they are? I'm guessing you're asking how much they're worth.
Yeah.
Probably not a lot.
It depends on who wrote it, what character it is, when it came out.
What's that website?
Oh,
There's a website you can type in the issue
yeah.
and like the series and the issue number, and it'll spit out like what the prices are depending on how good it's rated.
Yeah.
I think you just look it up. Just look up comic book. I think it's just comic book pricing guide, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. Bobby the OG will on how good on a scale of 1 to 10 does Justice League have to be for DC Comics? I'm assuming you mean the movie. 10. Like it needs to be a 10 at this point.
Comics pricing guide.
That's it. Yeah, comicspricingguide.com. Check that out. They have pretty much everything.
Let's do like one or two more.
Okay.
Oh, Media Slave. Firewatch is an example of how to do good stylistic landscapes. It is. So is Zelda.
Aaron Lowen, Will, what is a good place to start reading Nightwing? Anything by Chuck Dixon is a good place to start reading Nightwing. I would also recommend Kyle Higgins' New 52 run, and also the current Rebirth run out right now is very good.
Simone Stigex, have you had any interesting snacks?
If he's referring to the Oreo Peeps we've had
that he gave
us, they're gone.
I was wondering. I was like, we need to get those, but yeah, no, we ate them all. Here's the thing about the Oreo Peeps. They are exactly the the marshmallow crisp.
The
Oreos.
Rice Krispie, yeah.
Yeah, the knockoff Rice Krispies, which are objectively the best Oreos.
I don't know.
The only problem with the Peeps one is the dyes your tongue and you poop.
Okay. I don't remember it dyeing my tongue.
And there's no crisp. There's no like crunch.
I don't remember it dyeing my tongue, and it certainly didn't dye my poop. I would have known. I would have been ranting and raving about that. You always got to check.
No, my tongue, it definitely dyed my tongue. I don't know about my poop. It's just people were saying that it does that to your poop.
Dude.
But they just taste like the marshmallow crisps, and I know that they're Peeps and they're marshmallows, but it tastes nothing like Peeps.
Yeah, it tastes exactly like
Peeps taste like a very specific type of marshmallow.
It tastes like the Rice Krispies.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah,
because those taste great.
Yeah, those were really good. I don't know, man. The cinnamon bun Oreos, those were like
those are great.
Yeah,
but I feel like I could have more of the marshmallow crispy ones. Those are good, and they're rarer. You know.
Yeah.
And AJ says, Peeps are the effing worst. They are.
Yeah.
But I'll eat it. I mean, if you give them to me, I'll eat them.
I won't.
All right, we gotta leave.
Okay.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for talking to us in the chat and on Twitter. As always, leave a comment after this video goes up so we can get you on next week's show. And if you prefer listening to this in audio version because you hate the way we look, we are on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play as audio podcasts. So if you want to catch us there, subscribe to us on those stores and rate us and review us because that helps us with placement.
Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for fucking being you. That's something else I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for super chatting. And if you want to see these videos when we go live, click the little bell over on YouTube next to our subscription button. And you will get notified every single time we upload a video and or go live, depending on how you set it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys very much for being here. Even some new guys. We had some new guys.
We did get some new guys.
Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, I'll be at PAX East.
Yes, he will. I won't, but he will.
I'll be there if you're there. Come say if you see this big old hair.
Yeah.
Come say hi. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.